Greetings and welcome back to the QuantumUnity of CARALOT channel. My name is James T. Griffin, and in this video, we are exploring the last 3 portals of the 30 portals of spiritual sovereignty. Before we do that, we're going to do a quick recap of the previous 3 portals. Portal 25. As sovereign spirits, we acknowledge the existence of spirit guides and angels and our ability to connect and communicate with them. Portal 26. As sovereign spirits, we acknowledge the existence of the supernatural and paranormal. Portal 27, as sovereign spirits, we acknowledge reincarnation back to the earth realm with different linear time periods, with different physical beings and identities. Now, let's move on to Portal 28. As sovereign spirits, we acknowledge the phenomena of synchronicity in the holographic interconnected earth realm of energy, frequency, and vibration. Many of us have experienced synchronicity to the point where we've lost count as to how many times it's happened to us. Generally speaking, synchronicity is something that we are thinking about or feeling or perceiving in our internal perception or world, and it's reflected back to us or presented to us in our external perception or external world. A very common example of synchronicity that many can relate to is thinking about someone else that you might not have even thought about for a while, and very shortly thereafter, they reach out to you and connect with you, either email, text, or phone call, or you happen to run into them in some random location. Is it really random? Well, not really, but we just use the term random because that's how it appears anyway. So synchronicity is strong, powerful evidence that we as sovereign spirits, our consciousness is in direct interface with the interconnected earth realm of energy, frequency, and vibration. So a really quick example of synchronicity on my end that I can share with you is back in 2016-ish, I was doing some holiday shopping. It was wintertime in Toronto, Canada, and I was in a parking lot. And what happened was I reversed my car, and it was in a tight position, and there was a curb behind my back wheels, which was very close. It was a tight place to reverse out and park in. So there was snow on the ground, and what happened was there was snow behind my tires that led up to the curb behind me. So my rear tires reversed up onto this mini snowbank up over the curb and then fell behind the curb because the area of the parking lot that was behind my car and past this curb was at a lower level. So imagine my car reversed up this snowbank up onto the curb, and then my back tires went over and were dangling over the curb. So needless to say, I was going nowhere fast. So I recognized I could not get out of this and I need help. So I called my roadside assistance company, and they said due to the holiday season and how busy it was, they'll come in 2 to 3 hours. And I'm thinking, well, if that's the best you could do, so be it. So I got off the phone. What did I do? I immediately started putting out the vibration or praying for a solution, something to happen much faster, just to get me out of this predicament. So what happened was I put out the vibe, and then I opened my eyes, and 5 minutes later, 3 tall, strong men with Jamaican accents, I call them my 3 Jamaican angels, they noticed what I was doing. And they were all over 6 feet, by the way. They were very strong, and they saw what I was going through, and they asked me if I needed help. Remember, I wasn't going around asking anyone, can you please help lift my car? Didn't even think about that. I just felt a solution was going to come my way. So they said, okay, get into the driver's seat, turn on the car, put it in drive, and what one of them did was they lifted the middle of my back bumper. The other one lifted the left part of my back bumper, and the other one lifted the right part of my back bumper. And in 5 seconds, my car was ready to go. I expressed my profound gratitude to them, and I said they were answer to my prayer, literally. I projected super gratitude towards them. I really let them know how grateful I felt as well. So remember, I did not ask anyone for help. They came to me and asked if I wanted help. Very grateful, and that's just one of my many synchronicities that I'm going to share in this video. So again, synchronicity in the holographic interconnected earth realm of energy, frequency, and vibration. Then we have Portal 29. As sovereign spirits, we acknowledge the divine design of feminine and masculine energies working in harmony, synergy, balance, and unity. So feminine and masculine energies go above and beyond just us as sovereign spirits or males and females in different species. So by the way, notice I say feminine and masculine energies. I don't say masculine and feminine energies, because in order to create harmony, feminine comes first, masculine comes second in terms of energies. Is one more important than the other? No. But to maintain harmony, love, and unity, feminine comes first, masculine comes second. And that's with us as sovereign spirits, but also in the world around us. Feminine and masculine energies are everywhere once we understand where they manifest. So you've probably heard the concept of yin and yang, and yin is feminine energy, yang is masculine energy. Notice it's not yang and yin, it's yin and yang for a reason, because in order to create harmony, yin comes first, yang comes second. Feminine comes first, masculine comes second. And this is in organizations, and this is in systems in the earth realm. Many of the old systems in the earth realm that are in process of breaking down and falling away, they're based upon unconscious masculine energy and neglected feminine energy. So everything related to spiritual sovereignty, proactive wellness, feminine energy comes first, masculine energy comes second. And this is how generally I work with my personal energy as I go about creating my reality and fulfilling, maximizing, and optimizing my divine life purpose. So feminine and masculine energies, it's a very deep well to explore, and we explore that in the book and the course, Spiritual Sovereignty, A Path to Unity Consciousness. Now, we have the last portal, Portal 30. As sovereign spirits, we acknowledge that spiritual sovereignty and the proactive wellness system work in synergy. Because remember, spiritual sovereignty is about remembrance. Spiritual sovereignty is not teaching spirituality. It's reminding us and getting us to remember that we're not human. We are sovereign spirits from the spirit realm having a multidimensional earth realm experience. And we chose to incarnate into these physical beings because this is the vehicle that's required to navigate and create in this world with a certain level of conscious awareness. Now remember, animal conscious awareness, human conscious awareness, two different levels, but they're both unique expressions of the one infinite spirit and divine creator of all that is. So spiritual sovereignty is the remembrance, but the proactive wellness system provides the awareness, the educare, and the tools to help us not just fulfill our divine life purpose, but to maximize and optimize our divine life purpose. Remember, the proactive wellness system, the byproduct is by applying the 7 portals, is slowing down cellular aging, increasing cellular energy, strengthening immunity, accelerating cellular repair and regeneration, helping us to become more in tune with the intelligence of our physical being, and that leads to an overall optimal quality of life, but when applied on generally a daily basis, or at the very, very least, a regular basis. So portal 1 of the proactive wellness system is perception. Portal 2 is the placebo effect 2.0. And what is the placebo effect 2.0? Generally speaking, is communicating with the intelligence of our physical being. And there's many ways to go about doing that. And we spoke about this and touched upon this in Spiritual Sovereignty. Portal 3, emotional energy. Portal 4, bioenergy. Portal 5, relational energy. Portal 6, environmental energy. And Portal 7, nutrition and detoxification. So the first 6 portals we introduced in Spiritual Sovereignty in the 30 portals, but I left nutrition and detoxification, Portal 7 of the proactive wellness system, out of Spiritual Sovereignty because that's very earth realm related, and we just explore that 100% in the proactive wellness system. So in regards to the 7 portals of the proactive wellness system, we need to be conscious and proactive with those 7 portals to maximize and optimize our divine life purpose. You may have heard of as above, so below. So spiritual sovereignty is above, proactive wellness system is below, and they do work in synergy. So this concludes the 30 portals of spiritual sovereignty. So let's do a quick recap of the last 3 portals. Portal 28, as sovereign spirits, we acknowledge the phenomena of synchronicity and the holographic interconnected earth realm of energy, frequency, and vibration. Portal 29, as sovereign spirits, we acknowledge the divine design of feminine and masculine energies working in harmony, synergy, balance, and unity. And Portal 30, as sovereign spirits, we acknowledge that spiritual sovereignty and the proactive wellness system work in synergy. And one last point to bring up is in regards to yin and yang, feminine and masculine energies, spiritual sovereignty would represent the feminine energy, and the proactive wellness system would represent the masculine energy working in synergy. So if you are in alignment with these 3 portals and the 30 portals of spiritual sovereignty overall and the 7 portals of the proactive wellness system, please thumb up this video, like it, comment, and please share it, because these 30 portals are helping us to remember that we are sovereign spirits. And there's a huge awakening going on in the earth realm at this time, and more of us are coming to remember that we are sovereign spirits. And there will come a time when so many of us remember that we're sovereign spirits that it's going to be bringing in the new systems of the earth realm that are based upon love and unity consciousness. And remember, these 30 portals of spiritual sovereignty is going to catapult us into organized unity consciousness. And it's only when we form organized unity consciousness that we create these new systems in the earth realm based upon love, unity consciousness, and us as sovereign spirits having a multi-dimensional earth realm experience. So thanks again for tuning in. Like, share, comment, and again, if you're in resonance with this, then we're on the same page for organized unity consciousness. So in the next video, I'm just going to do a quick recap of the 30 portals of spiritual sovereignty with no commentary whatsoever until the very end, just pretty much a summary of these previous 10 videos. So thanks again for tuning in. Create yourself a beautiful day, and I'll see you at the next video.